Kyle will say awful things, and sometimes he gends cut off, and sometimes no.
Sometimes he slips one past the goalie, but he's a lovable guy, and we care about him. It's just his sense of
Yeah.
humor.
So, Kyle, Joe Biden has made pot legal and perhaps letting felons not be felons anymore. What is happening here?
Well, I think what's happening is you're really struggling with your reading comprehension.
That sounds on brand. Yeah.
And while the Biden stuff is interesting, since you have had a couple of incidents lately, accidents, surgeries, maybe we need to focus on you for. No, he didn't make. He's like, yeah, someday we'll like look at making it legal and stuff. And you guys who have simple possession charges at a federal level, those are gone now. So don't worry. And it's like, come on,
what does that
dude,
mean?
What does it mean? What does it mean?
I don't know how
that's
many
not like a
federal
legal thing,
simple
is it?
possession charges there
I'll
are.
be 100% honest. When I heard that, I thought of Kyle.
I was
like,
like,
sent it to Kyle.
Me too. I was like, I hope my friend Kyle gets
I got
off.
a little mixed on, like, there's decriminalizing and legalizing and maybe a third term that don't all mean the same thing, but they sound like they should.
Sure.
And I don't know what it is that he's trying to do, but it
was it like decriminalizing and rescheduling as like a lower class of drug, maybe? Because decriminalizing would just be what like a lot of places already have, which is just like if they catch you with a certain amount, they're like, you cut that out, and they give you a ticket and they confiscate it.
So he's
and again, we're talking about federal. All you can do is federal guideline, federal stuff. Like the states still have, their same draconian laws in place and all that stuff. You get the same thing would happen to me again. Like if I had more wax here rolling around.
You don't know that? Give it a go.
Like nothing's changed. Nothing's actually all right, it would be a little bit different this time since if he's like legalized possession at they'd have gotten limber. It'd be a little different this time, I suppose. But in any case, this isn't getting me out of anything, Like it's like I pled guilty to intent with or with possession with intent to distribute, I believe. I think it's been a while, a couple years ago.
Whatever I'm charged.
There was a piece of it was, dude. You've seen the movies. They put that piece of paper in front of you, and they're like, "Sign." And like, what? Not really though. But my lawyer was like, "This is a good idea."
I get that it doesn't solve all your problems, but I think you're underselling the impact of it. It's legal to own. People who've been busted for owning it get their records cleared, and he's rescheduling it so that it's easier to research or something. I forget what the rescheduling does.
Yep, that's all real good. Changes the guidelines. Right now it's considered heroin at a federal level, like equal, as far as substances are concerned. But what it's not doing is changing anything about like the drug war, right? Like they're still going to be storming houses left and right, and they're still going to be grabbing people off the streets with a couple grams of marijuana and locking them up. Like that's not changing.
That's not changing because
that happens at a state level. Like this federal stuff is like the fact that I got scooped up in some federal stuff is just a consequence of me being me, and then being like, let's get him. And also that silly warrant they wrote about the shorts and everything, and it seemed like the state might have been a little disappointed and was like, hey, can you help? Anyway, I don't think this is changing anything because who gets federal marijuana possession charges anyway? Who are those people? I saw a Reddit comment that said there's like 700 people.
No, 6,500 people is what I saw.
Okay, still.
And Wendigoon, let me not talk over you. What are you saying?
Oh, you're good. You're good. I was just going to say, if I had to imagine, typically whenever the feds get in on a case where it's not a problem with the state, like say, for example, in Colorado, they're trying to bust a guy for something, they can still charge him federally for possession, even though the state doesn't have an issue with it. Mm-hmm. So more than likely, the people who are going to be exonerated are people in that situation. Kind of like getting Al Capone on tax evasion. Like whatever you can grab them for, if I had to guess.
So there's a couple of things in my head. One, if it becomes federally legal, does it solve the problem of these marijuana businesses not being able to use banks? Yeah, I'm hoping it does, and that's a big deal.
I think that's a separate thing, but that would come along. The banking thing would definitely come along after they legalized it or changed it or decriminalized it, perhaps.
And the other part of it that I have in my head, and this might just be wishful thinking, is that when it's legal federally, that does more to set a tone. That, backward states like Georgia and North Carolina start relaxing a little bit because it's legal federally, and it's just one domino.
We don't even have medical here.
You guys are both like way behind Missouri on this. Like Missouri. It's actually, as far as the Midwest goes, I think Missouri is actually like more chill. But
we have T8. I meant to say Delta 8. We have like that stuff is legal here, and to me, it's like once you get that, to me, your problems are solved. Just use that instead. It's roughly the same thing.
Yeah, the same shit.
But still, I just like seeing people not get in so much trouble.
And like, as much as I love our wonderful sponsors, it'd be cool to like fucking fire up a joint every now and then, a legal one, Like, I do prefer this. Like, joints make me cough. Like, there's no way I could like smoke a bunch of them all day. Like, that's like a once in a. The same way I smoke cigarettes or I drink beers. Yeah. It's like if I'm with somebody outside around a campfire or something, and
it's a very college way to smoke. I'm too old for joints. Give me a vape.
or even like I like the vape, but like even a blunt. Like I'm down for a blunt. Get multicultural with it, right?
Blunts suck. Joints are actually way better than blunts.
Dude,
blunts you're getting halfway tobacco. You're getting like
a strong... you get that. You get a little zing from the tobacco. Yeah, I like it.
I guess I just don't like those flavored tobacco wraps very much.
Oh, I like those too. They taste cheap and delicious. Grape, vanilla, honey, whatever. Let's get going. I saw a wonderful mother on TikTok earlier. She had a nice blunt rolled up, and she was letting each of her toddlers hit it, and like going around in succession. They were all smoking.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was pretty horrific. And then she called
the one kid.
The one kid coughed.
Wait, you guys are in favor of